This is a dream I want to share that I had about a year ago. This dream that I had, it's about Obama. Obama in the dream was standing behind me, and I was in my bathroom in my home, and there was like an evil presence about him. And in the dream, Obama kept convincing the person he was talking to on the phone that his name was Fred. And that's all that happened in the dream. And so when I woke up, I was very puzzled and confused about the dream and really didn't understand what this dream meant. So I shared this dream with a friend about a week later. And my friend didn't know what to think of it either, so we just kind of let it go at that. So I was still very troubled about the dream, so I wanted to share it with my friend again. So my friend went online on the computer and searched the internet and found some very interesting information about the name Fred that Obama kept using in the dream. And my friend was just very surprised and amazed at what she had found on the internet, and it all related to the RFID chip. She started finding many things that led into Fred Federal, the healthcare system, and how it all was tied in to the RFID chip. So I think this dream is an eye-opener, and I pray that this dream will help many people in these last days that we are living in. Thank you.
One day a friend called me and he was telling me about a dream he'd had, and he wondered what I thought it might mean. But I listened to it and it didn't mean anything to me, so I just dismissed it. And it was about a week later he called me again, and he was really disturbed over this dream. So I said, okay, tell me the dream again. And I listened to it, and I thought it was really strange. He proceeded to tell me that he had seen the president, Obama, in the doorway of his house, and that Obama was talking to someone on his cell phone, and he kept explaining to the person on the cell phone that he was Fred. I couldn't understand what that meant, since his name isn't Fred, so I thought it was really a strange dream. So I listened to my friend's dream, and I was stunned because the name Fred couldn't be more different than Obama, and I thought that was just so odd. And then I had this crazy idea that maybe Fred might be an acronym, like F-R-E-D. So I was sitting in front of my laptop at the time he called, and I decided to look it up on the internet. So I looked up Fred, but I couldn't find anything. And then I looked up Fred government, because Obama, president, and that's when I discovered something that completely stunned me. I discovered that there was, in fact, a website called Fred Federal, which is operated by Cisco, the government technology company that handles all the government's data technology. Fred Federal is in fact a fake persona, spokesperson for the government operated by Cisco. So the reality is, basically, Obama is Fred under this persona, Fred Federal. So we concluded that through this dream, the Lord was showing us that there was something further He wanted us to discover by through this dream. I was so stunned that there was, in fact, a connection between the name Fred and Obama and the government, that I knew that through this dream we were being shown something. So I decided to do a little more research into this website. And that's when I was further stunned to find a link on the webpage called Cisco Federal Healthcare Vision. And when I went to that, I was absolutely amazed at what I saw. It was a chart that was showing the federal healthcare vision, and the whole thing has to do with the RFID chip. Now, if you click on this link, as we did, you'll go to a PDF file, a graphic, and what it is a chart that shows an actual individual interacting completely within a healthcare system, and starting from the beginning to the end on a patient having an RFID chip. And it shows the patient going from station to station in the hospital until ultimately the patient comes home and is having his vitals checked remotely from his home with the RFID chip. And this is the government healthcare vision. It's clearly shown in this graphic chart. The patient in this chart is a military personnel. If you go to the center of the chart, there is the acronyms EHR, which stands for Electronic Health Record, which means all of your health records are on the chip, which is the RFID chip, radio frequency ID. Also is the acronym WAAS, and so I looked that up, and that stands for Wide Area Augmentation System. And basically what that means, it's a federal owned GPS tracking system that just happens to be about 7 times more effective than any GPS tracking system on the market, and it's federally owned. Upon further research, we discovered a section that says, why does the government use GPS? It says the government uses dual band receivers for military applications as well as internal applications to monitor suspected criminals. It says the Lightning GPS company claims that their injectable GPS tracking system can be implanted under the skin of any animal and allow for a short-term 72-hour tracking that is accurate within 5 feet. So this is the claim on their website, that the U.S. government and some contractors use their system. It's to be about 7 times more effective than any GPS tracking system on the market, and it's federally owned. Now, what this all boils down to is this dream that my friend had and that we discovered is something that we would have never looked for or come to on our own. But the Lord, for some reason, has used this dream to bring this to our attention, and we believe it is the Lord's way of saying, look, this RFID chip is the mark of the beast, and it's coming fast. And this current government is planning to utilize this, and it's the exact thing that the Bible speaks of in Revelations. Let me read that passage of Revelations. It's Revelation 13, 16, 18. And it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the same of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. The radio frequency ID is not the forerunner to the actual mark of the beast. It is the mark of the beast. It meets all the criteria in the Bible. It will be placed in the right hand or on the forehead. It is going to be the application used to buy or sell, and it does meet all that criteria. And the Lord is trying to show us through this dream that this is in fact the time frame that the mark of the beast is about to be introduced, and everything is being barcoded in the military and large-scale retail operations, and next will be the chipping of people. And that is what the Lord is trying to show us through this dream. Revelation 19:20 says, "And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone." Warn your friends and family. Do not receive the RFID chip, which is getting ready to make its way into the world, and already is. Many people are taking it voluntarily. Tell everyone you know, do not take this chip. It is the mark of the beast. And warn everyone you know.